Dear students, in this video we are going to discuss about formation of passive voice. In the last video we had discussed about active and passive voice. Let me give you a quick recap. Active voice is when the subject of a sentence does an action, we say that the sentence is in the active voice. And when the subject is not the doer of an action but something is done to it, the sentence is said to be in the passive voice. Now we need to remember only sentences with transitive verbs can be changed into passive voice. In this video, we are going to see the formation of passive voice in the present tense. We start with simple present tense, affirmative sentences. We know the structure of active voice is subject plus the first form of the verb s or es plus the object. Now, the passive will be, I've already told you this in my previous video, that the subject in the active voice becomes the object in the passive voice, and the object in the active voice becomes the subject in the passive voice. So the passive voice will be subject plus is am are plus the third form of the verb followed by plus object. In passive voice, we always use the third form of the verb. Let's take an example. My teacher praises me. The passive will be I am praised by my teacher. Now let's see when we have simple present tense in negative sentences. Active voice will be subject plus do does plus not plus the first form of the verb followed by object. The passive will be subject plus is am are plus not plus the third form of verb followed by plus object. Let's take an example. They do not speak English. The passive will be English is not spoken by them. Now, if we have interrogative sentences in simple present tense, the active voice will be do, does plus subject plus the first form of the verb plus object. The passive will be is, am, are plus subject plus V3 plus by plus object. Let's take an example. Do you like her? The passive will be is she liked by you. Now we'll take some more examples. A librarian issues books. The passive will be books are issued by a librarian. Active voice. Does he wish you on your birthday? The passive will be are you wished on your birthday by him? Mother always keeps my uniform clean. The passive will be my uniform is always kept clean by mother. Everyone likes a friendly person. The passive will be a friendly person is liked by everyone. Now we come to present continuous tense. Affirmative sentences. The active voice will be subject plus is, am, are plus the fourth form of the verb, that is V1 plus ing plus object. The passive will be subject plus is, am, are plus being plus V3 plus by plus object. Now let's take an example. The children are enjoying the party. The passive will be the party is being enjoyed by the children. Now we come to present continuous negative sentences. Active voice, subject plus is, am, are plus not plus V4 plus object. The passive will be subject plus is, am, are plus not plus being plus V3 plus by plus object. Let's take an example. The peon is not ringing the bell. The passive will be the bell is not being rung by the peon. Let's come to present continuous interrogative sentences. The active will be is, am, are plus subject plus V4 plus object. The passive voice will be is, am, are plus subject plus being plus V3 plus by plus object. Example, are they flying kites? The passive will be are kites being flown by them. Now we have some more examples. Why is she plucking flowers? The passive will be why are flowers being plucked by her? The peon is not ringing the bell. The passive will be the bell is not being rung by the peon. Are you reading a novel? The passive will be is a novel being read by you? My friends are helping me. The passive will be I am being helped by my friends. Now we come to the next form of present perfect. Affirmative sentence, active is subject plus has, have plus V3 plus object. The passive will be subject plus has or have plus been plus by plus object. Example, she has broken these cups. So, these cups have been broken by her. Now we have present perfect negative sentences. Active voice, subject plus has, have plus not plus the third form of the verb plus object. The passive will be subject plus has or have plus not plus been plus the third form of the verb followed by plus object. Example, he has not paid his fees. Passive will be his fees has not been paid by him. Now we come to interrogative sentences in present perfect. Active is has, have plus subject plus the third form of the verb plus object. The passive will be has, have plus subject plus been plus the third form of the verb plus by plus object. Example, have you won the first prize? The passive will be has the first prize been won by you? Let's take some example. Who has broken the glass? By whom has the glass been broken? I have always followed the rules. The passive will be the rules have always been followed by me. They have kept the promise. The passive will be the promise has been kept by them. Some outsiders have broken this fence. The passive will be this fence has been broken by some outsiders. Now we come to present perfect continuous tense. We need to remember we cannot form passive voice of present perfect continuous tense. Let's take up some more examples. Rita writes a story. Here Rita is the subject and a story is the object. So the passive of this will be a story is written by Rita. Rita is writing a story. So the passive will be a story is being written by Rita. Children have plucked flowers. Passive will be flowers have been plucked by children. Ravi has eaten an apple. Passive will be an apple has been eaten by Ravi. So now this is all for the formation of passive voice in present tense. Next video we will be discussing about formation of passive voice in past tense and future tense. Thank you.